Hey guys, HW. I'm at St Leonard's Station, or just outside St Leonard's Station in the square. These buildings that you can see here are a combination of work buildings, commercial buildings, and then you've got some residential buildings nearby as well. That one and that one. Now I think at this complex behind me, I think like companies like Lenovo used to be located in there. I don't know whether they still are or not. But the reason why I'm here today, it's a Sunday and the weather's overcast again. I'm meeting my mate who's out from San Diego. Used to live in San Francisco. Oh, there's the McDonald's at the station. I used to live at San Francisco, and I used to visit him there occasionally, but now he's down in San Diego, and I missed him in early 22 because there was still some COVID around. So just heading down the stairs, rather than walk up the noisy highway to Crow's Nest, which is where I'm going, and I'm going to do a little tour around Crow's Nest for you. I'm going to walk up Chandos Street because it's a bit quieter. So I'll walk up Chandos Street and then join up with Willoughby Road, which is the main road of Crow's Nest, where all the cafes and restaurants are located. And I think today, I won't mention it yet, I'll leave it for the video, but we're going to a decent coffee shop in one of the arcades, not the arcades, one of the pedestrian malls. This is Christie Street just here that we're crossing over. It's a couple of hotels in Christie Street. Can't remember what they're called, so I'm not going to mention them. I was going to wear my San Francisco 49ers Sloppy Joe today, but I saw that the temperature was going to be 25 degrees Celsius today, so I thought it might warm up a bit. But now walking along Chandos Street, I wish I had worn it. It's a bit breezy and cool. There's a few buildings with for lease signs out the front, so I dare say a lot of the little companies that used to be located in St Leonard's have probably not come back from the pandemic. Or I look at this old house wedged between these two commercial buildings. It's been boarded up, so look, you can sneak through to the laneway behind there as well. So I dare say they haven't come back from the pando, or they've just converted to work from home like everyone else. That one's been leased. So Chandos Street itself on a Sunday not going to be very busy because all the coffee shops that are located along here are for the workers, not for the locals living around here. Just wouldn't be busy enough, there wouldn't be enough trade around for them to open up on a Sunday. Crow's Nest itself is only a few kilometres out of the city. We're like pretty much bordering North Sydney when we come into Crow's Nest. So not very far at all. There is a train station coming and we'll probably skirt by that later on. But mostly for now, if you want to get into the city from here on public transport, you've got to catch the bus. That little pizza joint over there. He's open. Getting ready to churn out some pizzas at lunchtime and into the evening. So I'll switch off here and come back to you when I get to Willoughby Road. So I've turned into Willoughby Road now, and this is the old shopping centre over here that's been renovated. Coles down the bottom, and there's a few coffee shops and different stores inside. I'll get up the main part of Willoughby Road first, and then meet my mates for nectar. There's another one of our mates coming as well, so we'll have a decent percentage of the nectar crew in there today. Those two, I can't even say they're part of the original nectar crew because they're not. They came on a bit later. Yeah, there's the old shopping centre on Willoughby Road at Crow's Nest. It's been renovated. This joint over here with the croissant on the side. I'm trying to remember what it was called now. I think it might have been called Fix Coffee or something like that. But my buddy Oliver used to be the barista in there, or the owner of the place. He used to love going in there for a coffee. So shout out to Oliver if he ever sees this vid. So now we're on the main strip, Willoughby Road. You'll see on both sides of the road there's heaps of cafes and restaurants. Back in the old days, this is where a lot of the Channel 9 television personalities used to come for lunch. Maybe they still do, but I think they're located in North Sydney now, so they probably haunt the area around there a bit more. As we get along here, we'll see a lot of people enjoying nectars and breakfast. Oh, it's Kurtosh. I've gone past one of those chain stores before. I'll cross over the road now. Just pass by that little schnauzer, that little mini schnauzer. I have no idea what time it is. I better check as we come up to this Guzman Y. Gomez Mexican store. And of course they're playing loud music. Keep talking, keep talking, keep talking, keep talking. There's the back, got plenty of drinks in there. What I wanted to do was just quickly showcase this old public car park here. It's a good little car park to come to if you want to come and eat and drink in Crow's Nest. You can usually park in here for at least a couple of hours for free. Few of the European trees are starting to drop their leaves and turn over for the fall or autumn, like what we like to call it in Australia. I'm getting pretty close to the nectar john, I think. That's why I came up this way. Little church ground here. Can't remember what this church is called. I'll go past and film the sign as I get past. They've got this out the back of the church. They've got this herb garden. The community all participate in. Oh, I can see the nectar. Yeah, so you come most weekends and they'll have market stalls in this little square here occasionally, and it'll be buzzing with people, especially when the sun's out. They usually sit on this green over here. I couldn't see any of my mates sitting outside the coffee shop, so they're not here yet. So I might take the time to walk around a bit more. It's just called the North Side Church. So it might be an old Church of England or Catholic church that's been taken over by a modernised Christian group, I'd say. All those cranes that you can see there, they're all working on the Sydney Metro light rail. Light rail, is it? No, not light rail. It's just called the Sydney Metro. It's actually a single level train system that runs all the way from the northwest of Sydney into the city. Oh, that's the plans. At the moment it stops at Chatswood. We're just going to go a bit further. It's a grilled burger joint that's been around for a while in Crow's Nest. Cheeky gelato shop here. What's it called? C9 Chocolate and Gelato. Tell you what, I was smart not to wear that Sloppy Joe. Sunglasses are starting to fog over because the humidity is quite high. I might end the vid here for now until I meet up with the lads for nectar as I face down Clarke Road, or Clarke Street I think it's called. Yeah, or Clarke Street. And that's where we were just before, where those tall buildings are. That's the Leonard station. So yeah, I'll get up here later and then I'll film some of the little terrace houses for you as well. And I'll give you an idea of what the cost of them are, or the median price for this area. Being so close to the city, it's going to be expensive, so get your eyeballs ready and your breathing ready, as you'll probably be quite shocked. Ah, we've arrived. Oh, I've been drinking. This is where we'll be nectaring in a moment when this clown from San Diego arrives. I'll switch back on in a sec. 2 nectars have arrived. Still waiting for the third, so put it back on in a sec. Don't drink it yet. There they are. The 3 nectars have arrived. The 3 nectars for the what are they called? What are the 3
amigos? 3 musketeers?
The 3 amigos or the 3 Anyway, there's the nectars. So we're going to enjoy it now. We've finished our nectar in bean drinking. Going to head down Burlington Street now and show you a bit of the houses, the little workers' cottages and terrace houses that they have in Crow's Nest in abundance. I suppose here we might as well pause as we look at these beautiful coloured trees in Burlington Street and tell you a bit about the property prices. So Crow's Nest being so close to the city centre, it's not cheap. It's the median house price is $2.5 million and the median unit price is $920. Now that $920, whether that buys you a 1-bedroom or 2-bedroom unit, I'm not sure. It's probably a bit of both. Probably you get a really cheap old one for $920, or otherwise it's probably a 1-bedroom unit, I'd say. So yeah, get down Burlington Street and show you a few of these. I better go out on the road if we're going to actually see any of these places because the trees are covering. So yeah, there you can see the sort of Federation cottages that they have along the streets of Crow's Nest. There's one over there. A lot of them are split as well into semis, which is pretty much half a house or half a cottage. I'll just talk a bit louder here to make sure the microphone's still working. What do you reckon? Would you like to live close to the city in one of these little cottages? You see when we're up on Willoughby Road, you're close to all the amenities as well. Lots of nice cafes and restaurants. Those two there are pretty old. They look like they may be built with sandstone and then painted over. There's more of those traditional terrace style houses there. Again, you see how they're joined. No, those sort of size ones, you'd be well into the 3 millions with those ones. Look at those older style ones there. Bang, 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 different colours. And then you've got this modern joint that's been built on the corner. This looks like it might be some sort of... Oh no, they've got individual numbers. Almost looks like an aged care facility. Or maybe it might even be government housing, I'm not sure. This corner building here back in the day would have been a corner store. Would have been a corner milk bar or a corner grocery store or mixed market. Someone's house now. Now I'll get on the other side of the road and film back the other way because there's some different size cottages on the other side. Yeah, so we're not even near lunchtime yet. And you can see how grey the sky is in Sydney today. Still going to be a lot of rain coming and going over the coming days. There's 3 terrace houses all together, look. 2 of them have maintained the same colour and the other one's gone with a different shade. There's another couple of modern ones that have been stuck in there. Look how narrow that one is there with the green. That's super narrow, that joint. That'd have a hallway extending to the back and then just small rooms off the side. Oh, look at that little laneway over there. I wonder if that's a laneway through to another street or... Oh, stuff it, let's go and have a look. Oh, there's a few letterboxes, so it must lead down into some other terrace houses. Sorry about all the rustling there, I'm just adjusting my sunglasses. I like this lady likes these coloured trees as well, she's taking a photo of them. Don't ask me what species of tree it is, I have no idea. Film the flowers so some of you that are into botany and gardening might be able to tell me what species of tree it is in the comments. Jim, over to you. Okay, back up to Alexander Street in Crow's Nest up here, and I wanted to film one of my favourite restaurants up here, which I dare say any of you locals would have. Well, local to Sydney, I mean. This week you probably haven't been there. It's a bit of a blast from the past, but I'll tell you more when we get around the corner. Here it is up here. It's a German restaurant called Stuyvesant's House. It is an absolute delight. If you're in Crow's Nest or you come to Sydney, I recommend you come and check out Stuyvesant's house. I came here for a Christmas lunch a few years back, and it was absolutely delicious. One of the best meals I've had in a long time. So you can see all the various schnitzels that are on offer on the menu. Duck. And I know they do seafood as well. I remember last time I was in, I don't know whether we can see in the window. Let's have a look. No, it's all blackened out. They'll be open again later tonight, I would say. So yeah, Stuyvesant's house, just across the road from the Woolworths supermarket on Alexander Street. Get into it. The two brothers that own it, who are German themselves, or German expats, they do a wonderful job in there. So if you feel like a nice traditional German meal, suggest you get in there. Or even sometimes they have seafood, fresh seafood in there. So if you like Sydney seafood, you can usually get your hands on something in there as well, depending on the season. Just turned onto Falcon Street, which is a pretty busy road. It's an arterial road that takes people down to the Sydney Harbour Bridge and takes people through to St Leonards and Chatswood and Lane Cove. So as we get up to the corner up here of the Crow's Nest Hotel, here we go, there's a nice little ledge here. I'm going to stop and change the battery. Alright, change the battery, let's get going again. As I walk past the Crow's Nest Hotel, I might as well give you a little bit of history on Crow's Nest as well, which I missed before. So Crow's Nest was actually the name of a cottage that sat on an estate, and the estate was quite extensive. It covered most of Crow's Nest and went down to Wollstonecraft, which is down the hill over there. And it was owned by, or was granted to Edward Wollstonecraft, thus the name Wollstonecraft, but in 1821. And he built the cottage which was called Crow's Nest up here on the hill. Let's pass by this cafe first. Yeah, he named it Crow's Nest to make note of its elevated position up on the hill of the North Shore here. And I'll correct something that I said before as well. I said that it was only a few k's out of the city. It's approximately 5 to 6 k's out of the city. So 11 minutes by public bus, and that's with a few stops on the way. So it's not very far. It's a stone's throw from the city. So a few people in that patisserie back there. We're going to quickly film a famous cafe restaurant down here, down on the top of Burlington Street before we go. So I let that guy go. Everyone was walking across the crossing. The guy will be trapped there all day. When I used to come out here, I used to catch the bus from this bus stop just here into the city. There it is. There's the famous Xenos bar, restaurant, cafe over there. Look how many people are sitting down enjoying their breakfast. They got upstairs seating as well for parties and larger bookings. I've seen a few film and TV celebrities in there before. Last time I went in there, I had a seafood lunch. Had some calamari and some fish. Quickly cross over the road here again. These discount stores along Willoughby Road have been here for a while. This is what you'd call, back in the days you'd call it a $2 store or a dollar store. They got all the, cost price Chinese manufactured goods in there. The handy home trinkets. There used to be a little, it's still there. I was going to say there used to be a little cafe down here. Pinos. Still there. Not open today though. There it is. It's a delightful little Italian cafe there. I'll see if I can get it through the window for you. There you go, can you see in the shadows? Hopefully you can. There's the back of another coffee shop there, serving Will & Co. roasted beans. I thought I'd walk down this laneway here just to illustrate to you. There's heaps of laneways in Crow's Nest. This is just one of them. And these are pretty much out the back. This one's out the back of all the restaurants and cafes along Willoughby Road. I think they built a new park down here. I was going to end the video down there when I got there. Oh, look at that. Look at out the back of this building here. They've got a Hills hoist, an old Hills hoist clothesline just stuck on the concrete patio there. Jeez, tell you what, some of these bins stink. They must have prawns in them. Yeah, this little park here they've built recently. Looks like it's still under a bit of construction, or at least the road is anyway. So you got this little town square here. Might be a little schnauzer there too, that dark coloured one. And then that takes you through to Willoughby Road there, that little walkway there, covered walkway. We'll keep going down the lane. the restaurants and cafes around here. You always see the telltale signs of rodents. That's a council rat trap there. It's the only one I've seen though so far. Oh no, there's another one over there. And another one. This is a fairly new building here too on the corner. That'd be probably why my buddy Oliver shut down his coffee shop. It's when he heard about this cafe going in. I'll try to work out what his place was called, and I'll put it in on text if I remember. Double Cross Cafe, this place is called. Certainly a few people in there. Anyway, I'll stop on the intersection here of Hume Street and Albany Street in Crow's Nest, facing up to the towers of St Leonards, mostly residential towers, those ones. Thank you for taking the skirt around Crow's Nest with me. Like, comment, subscribe. Thanks for watching. The video is over.